Four stories from the African continent are in our Events Roundup this week, while our weekly digest will cover the week before August 21st of this year. A shelter for children in Ghana is the venue of our Gives Back event. And in just my opinion, Guider Emil San Juan will be with us for his insights about our community. To all our viewers around the world, this is MNC, your Mabro News channel. In this week's roundup of events, we will have four stories from our families in the African continent. And we start in Ghana, where on April 8 of this year, Guider Adamu Moses, with the support of Guiders Ashosho, Evan, and Sheila, hosted an offline ideological seminar at the Gloriaca Hotel in Winneba.
So why should I not withdraw my money anytime I want?
Their primary aim was to share on how the community is beneficial and fair to the public. Each guider had a turn to talk about different topics about Guider Ashosho was up first, and he shared how started and what ideology it espouses. He next differentiated the kind of access an ordinary person has to his money if he put it in a bank or donated it to He expounded that in any financial institution, they put restrictions like withdrawal limit, whereas in participants can ask for help anytime as long as they have available Mavros. Guider Sheila was up next, and she showed their attentive audience how the platform works, especially the provide help and get help process. She'll talk next about how Mavro grows, the bonuses, and where the community gets the 30% donation reward. Before ending her segment, she encouraged her audience to register first because she said that they can try the things she taught them and reap the rewards only after signing up for an account. Guiders Evicenter and Adamu took care of the latter part of the presentation. Guider Evicenter explained the risks involved in participation and the rules that each member has to follow so they would have a better experience in For his part, Guider Adamu emphasized on using only spare funds in sending donations. For all their efforts for that day, 26 people registered as participants to the community. We move on to Nigeria, where on April 28 of this year, Guider Olumide Falana held his own opportunity presentation at the Federal Polytechnic in Ado-Ekiti. His presentation lasted only for about 20 minutes, but Guider Olumide made sure that his audience got to know more and understand better the working of the community. He started the discussion by defining what is and going through its history and founder. He followed this with MMM's ideology before moving on to show them how the donation exchange process works and what benefits are in store for each member. All these topics were over in just over 5 minutes, as Guider Olumide wanted to focus more on the risks involved in doing and the rules for safe participation into the community. Some of the things he highlighted included not having more than one account and making sure to pay orders on time. He also shared to them that there is no guarantee for someone to always get help in the community. And before ending his informative presentation, Guider Olumide answered questions from his attentive audience.
So it's not just in Nigeria, 118 countries of the world, and with over 200 million participants. So just imagine. So it's not just in Nigeria. is in China, is in US, is in several places of the earth. So that's where it is.
That was Guider Oyedeji Oyelari explaining the coverage of around the world during his offline talk about at the Mobile Event Hall in Akure, Ondo State. He was up and about early on April 29th so he can prepare the venue.
That's the acronyms.
This being his first ever event, he was apprehensive and at the same time excited. He may be new to doing events, but Guider Oyedeji showed no jittery nerves as he started talking about the history of the community and its coverage. Then he demonstrated next how the system is operated by showing the entire donation exchange processes. He pointed out that MMM's goal is not the money, but creating financial freedom in the world. He added that MMM acts as platform provider and regulator, but that everything else depends on the actions of its members. From there, he moved on to other topics such as the risks involved, the rules to follow, and safety mechanisms that MMM has in place. Before drawing the occasion to a close, he encouraged his guests to be more open about the opportunity that MMM offers to them by signing up for a free account. For our last story for this week, we move to our community in the Republic of South Africa, wherein on May 13th, Guider Siswe invited people to the V Community Hall in Durban so he can share to them MMM's ideology and how it works.
My name is Caesar. I'm about to do a presentation. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Instead of a structured discussion, he made it more of a question and answer as he is aware that some of the guests already have heard of the negative things hurled at MMM RSA. He made sure that all answers are thoroughly discussed, and for things that his audience failed to ask, he also discussed them. Guider Siswe told them that all they need to understand is that MMM is a simple community of ordinary people selflessly helping each other financially. He added that MMM's goal is to change the unjust financial system that have enslaved us financially. He further shared that they should not look at MM like other financial institutions. Instead, as a community where everyone benefits through donation exchange. All throughout, Guider Siswe made sure that he left no details undiscussed. He also made sure that they shared some laughter, and his efforts were paid off because his invites were able to see and understand MM from a better perspective. Our weekly digest this week are stories from the digest published on August 21, 2017. We start off with more of Bitcoin news wherein on August 21st, a successful activation of the much anticipated SegWit, the Bitcoin scaling application that has increased the cryptocurrency's capacity to twofold, is now fully working, thereby opening a new chapter in Bitcoin's evolution. In the context of SegWit activation, Bitcoin has become stronger and therefore more valuable. Thus, a great deal of users had been waiting for a rise in the cryptocurrency rate. Crypto world experts cite Litecoin as an example whose value became twice as expensive 4 months after they activated as SegWit support. Also this year, Bitcoin has surpassed all expectation as its price has increased by about 600%, while in the last 100 days, its exchange rate has grown by another 150%. Bitcoin profitability for 2017 is 60 times higher than that of Standard & Poor's 500, an index that includes 500 leading American corporations. Moving on to our countries, we start off in India where members from different regions in the country blew out candles on birthday cakes to wish our founder Sergey Mavrodi a happy 62nd birthday. As always, all countries hosted a lot of offline events related to MMM. Last digest, Ghana, Kenya, and Turkey were singled out, and they showed again on the third week of August that they have no plans of taking it easy. The Brazilian team has created 2 more fabulous 3D images with MMM brand marks to be used by our members to promote the mutual aid community. Our experienced Brazilian guiders have also volunteered to help in developing MM Angola. While in Mexico has opened a brand new MMM office, it will also serve as a place to arrange various events for the community like offline presentations and MMM school sessions. In Peru, MMM events are still packing the house as MMM popularity has been growing at an epic rate. Guider schools can hardly print out certificates on time due to an epic rush of students. The administrator also complimented leaders from MMM China. The reattestation of leaders completed at the beginning of the year is now showing great result, as the difference between before and after is more than visible. Moving on to MMM Ecuador, guiders traveled to the popular tourist destination Devil's Nose in Santo Domingo. They climbed the top of the mountain and arranged a photo shoot of a car with our community's banner. While in Myanmar, a regular member of MM received help worth 3.42 BTC on the third week of August. This proves that our community members in Myanmar had been working as reliably as never before, which is a great joy for everyone. In Indonesia, MMM's popularity has been rapidly growing. 8 new offices were launched, one each in Langkat, Blitar, Madura, Palu, Pasuruan, Purwokerto, and 2 in Jakarta. And since more and more members from Australia wish to use Bitcoins, leaders there hosted the Where to Buy Bitcoins in Australia webinar. Attendees learn about the key options and methods of buying cryptocurrency in the country. As for our members from MMRSA, Zimbabwe, Kenya, and Ghana, they now have a chance of winning awesome prizes for promoting the system. The contest was officially launched on the third week of August and will be held on a weekly basis. And lastly, Weekly Digest has added a new section wherein top-class videos of good luck letters awarded with 10% bonus are featured. That completes our digest for this week. MM Gives Back is up next. Our MMM community in Ghana proved to the public that every help they render to the needy is based on the principle of gratuitousness, reciprocity, and benevolence. This was witnessed on May 6 of this year when Guider Shiri Ulisa led a group of MM Ghana community members and visited the Kumasi Children's Home. They brought along gifts such as rice, sugar, poncho, and other items for children's sanitary needs. On reaching the center, the teens set up their gifts on a table first before interacting with the children of the center. They played along with them and also took photos. Up next was the formal presentation about MM where the children and volunteers in the shelter served as audience. Guider Shiri explained that MMM is founded upon the spirit of giving and that the gifts they brought along are products of each member's pledge to participate in the donation exchange community. On behalf of the orphanage, a volunteer spoke and expressed gratitude to the community for sending out help and taking the time to visit the children under their care. Guider Shiri expressed his thanks as well for the warm welcome they have been accorded. The event ended with the team presenting the gifts they brought for the kids. They spent a little more time playing with the little ones too, before calling it a day.
Hi everyone, my name is Emil and you are watching MNC's Just My Opinion. During our last episode, I shared my insights and knowledge about goal setting. For this week's segment, we will discuss a topic which is a little bit deeper than our usual norm. This particular topic just came across my mind during the last week when I was driving home and thinking about the events that happened to MMM during the last few years. Does a perfect system exist? This question came to my mind when I recalled all the ups and downs that happened to MMM community. And maybe this is also because of the several posts I read from different people seeking for a perfect opportunity. Over the past few years, our community had its brightest and darkest moments. Hundreds of communities around the world were developed in different countries. But along with it were the difficult times, which include the pause modes and restarts. People had split reactions. Some accepted the failure is a part of success, but many are disappointed of MMM's fate. Well, if you're still wondering, here's my point of view. A perfect system opportunity is just a state of mind. It doesn't really exist. It only depends on how we perceive it, meaning it's all about the mindset. If you're looking for a perfect system to earn money, chances are you will never be able to find one. Because the truth is, all systems and all opportunities have imperfections. Let's use Microsoft as an example. It's a company built by Bill Gates who deals with operating systems for computers. When it started its operations, there are a lot of setbacks and challenges. The system was literally imperfect, but they didn't stop there. Instead, they focused on innovation and improvement. Fast forward to 2017, Microsoft just got a lot better and bigger. But still, the operating system that they are selling is imperfect and continues to innovate and improve almost every single year. Also, the founder himself believes that the room for improvement is infinite. Now, this is true not only for Microsoft, but for every system, for every company, for every community that exists in this world. As what they always say, change is the only thing that's constant in this world. So, how can we relate this to MMM? Simple. As what we observed during the past years, the system is not yet perfect, and there is no way it will be perfect in the next coming years. What is certain now is that it will continue to innovate and improve so that we can see and experience a better community. I know it's hard during tough times in MMM. I already experienced it not just once but many times. But still, I believe that all these hardships will yield a better result in the years to come. I still believe in its ideology. And from my first day on this community, from my first day on this community up to this very moment, I can say that it has improved a lot. MMM is not a perfect system, but it has already proven a lot of things to its participants and even to people who want it down. And I think that is the reason why it continues to exist and thrive amidst all the trials. That's it for this week. I will see you again next week. Feel free to share this video if it helped you. Again, this is Emil, and I just like what I always said. Remember that everything that in this video is just my opinion. Have a great day, guys, and bye-bye.
That's it for another edition of MNC, your Mavro news channel. Greetings to our community members from Colombia as they celebrate their Valentine's Day this coming Saturday. I am Mark. Always remember, together we change the world.